Welcome everyone. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to determine whether your phone is built on Arm64 or Armv7a architecture. This is especially useful if you're optimizing performance or troubleshooting capability issues on Android devices. Understanding your device's architecture can help you install and correct version of apps, especially when you're downloading APKs from third-party sources. First, I'll tell you the differences between Arm64 and Armv7a applications. Secondly, we'll look at a couple of tools you can use to check your phone's architecture. Next, I'll show you sites where you can get Arm64 and Armv7a apps. And finally, I'll show you how to check if an APK is Arm64 or Armv7a. So let's get right into it. The differences between Arm64 and Armv7a architectures on Android is very simple. It goes down to CPU architectures. On a more modern phone, you often see an Arm64 architecture because it supports more of the latest modern apps and it's faster than the Armv7a architectures, which supports a more older and low compatible devices and supports low performance apps. Another difference is app size. On Arm64, the app size is usually larger and usually takes more space, but on Armv7a, the app size are smaller and takes less space, but you have to sacrifice performance. Another difference is feature support. Google Play now requires 64-bit support for apps that includes native code as of 2019, and developers often shift both varieties to cover all devices, but Armv7a is becoming a legacy. So this simply means that as time goes on, Armv7a is going to get less support and Arm64 is going to get more support. So you will want to switch to a device with Arm64, but the differences are really large. They use different instruction sets. On an Arm64, you will see a 64-bit instruction set, but on an Armv7a you will see a 32-bit instruction set. It's like on your PC, you have 64-bit apps and 32-bit apps. Arm64 apps cannot work on Armv7a phones, but Armv7a apps can work on Arm64 phones. So that's the difference between Arm64 and Armv7a. If you want to see more differences, I will put a summary table on the screen so you will see the differences between the two categorized. So now guys, I'm going to show you how to check if your device is on an Arm64 or an Armv7a architecture. So what you're going to do is go to Play Store and search for device info. Device info. So I want you to download this app called Device Info System and CPU Info. So tap install. Once it's installed, I want you to open it and it will ask for some permissions. Just give it the permissions it needs. Okay, from this app you can test your device and you can check your device info, your internal storage, your battery information, sensor information, and the apps installed on your device. So my CPU has 4 cores, so core 0, 1, 2, 3, that's 4. So so you have to go to the device tab and you will see your device name. If your device name is not showing here, then you have to reinstall the app and it will show I'm using Spark 8C. So to check your CPU architecture, you have to go to the CPU tab. So once in the CPU tab, you see your processor name, Armv7 processor R4. That's the name of my processor. It has 4 cores and 2 gigahertz per core. So the supported ABIs are Armv7a and Armv7a. So this is a 32-bit CPU. So it's a Armv7a. So it's an Armv7a CPU architecture. So that's how to check your CPU architecture. So guys, this is a site where you can get Arm64 and Armv7a apps, and I'm going to show you how you can differentiate between the two. So I am going to search for an app. I'm going to say Facebook. So as I can see, okay, Facebook here, see Facebook. I'm just going to tap on it. Now, all you have to do is scroll to the bottom and you will see Arch. Anyway, as you see this Arch, you will see the application. Sorry, you will see the architecture named below. As you can see, this is APK, and this is the April 26th 2025 version of Facebook, and this version is the Armv7a version. This one over here, the one at the top, is the Armv7a version. This is the same version, but it's the Arm64 version. So this is the same version, but it's the bundle version. So that's about it. And guys, I want to show you something. In the Armv7a version, you can see that it supports Android 8 above, but in the Arm64 version, you can see it supports Android 11 and Android 9 above. So that's what I was saying about. That's what I was talking about. Sorry. Armv7a are for lower capability devices. That's Android 8 below or Android 8 above. And Arm64 is for higher versions, Android 11 or Android 9. So you can download any application, any APK from this site, and you can differentiate Armv7a or Arm64. So in case you have an Armv7a phone and you tried to install an Arm64 and it didn't work, you can come over here, search for the app, and you will get the Armv7a version. So guys, head over to Google Play and download Xapk installer. The link will be in the description. Once you've opened the app, I'm going to show you how to use this app and check if the APK is Arm64 or Armv7a and if it supports your device. So I'm going to tap install, internal file picker. So you're going to tap install. Package doesn't contain native code that is compatible with this device's CPU. So if you see that error, just know that this APK file is an Arm64, not an Armv7a, and it will not support your device. That's if your device is an Armv7a. But if you're using an Arm64 device, Armv7a apps can work smoothly on your device, so there's no need for you to use this application to install APKs. So if you're using an Armv7a, make sure you use Xapk installer to be installing your APKs in order to see why it did not install on your device. If you find this video helpful, make sure to hit that like and please share with your friends, and I'll see you later in the next video. Goodbye.